Get 3 months of local news for just 99 cents a month. You'll get unlimited access to the news you need to stay engaged and connected to your community. Visit duluthnewstribune.com/subscribe now to get 3 months of local news for only 99 cents a month.
Hello, Northlanders. It's Wednesday, September 27th. I'm Wyatt Buckner with your Duluth News Tribune Minute, presented by Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union.
The average MPECU member saves over $785 a year in better rates and lower fees. And with MPECU, every ATM is your ATM. With their free checking program, you get ATM fee reimbursements at any ATM anywhere in the U.S. Check out Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union services online at mpecu.com or visit their offices in downtown Duluth, Arrowhead Road, or Miller Trunk Highway.
Now here's a look at today's headlines. A somewhat reluctant city council unanimously agreed Monday night to help the Duluth Entertainment Convention Center through a period of time when its bank balance is running low. The DECC has reached a point where its leadership has grown uncertain it will be able to meet all its short-term financial commitments. When the DECC's reserves dipped to $891,000 in September, Dan Hartman, the organization's executive director, described that as a, quote, a scary place to be, end quote, given the sprawling convention center's large payroll and overhead expenses. But 1st District Councilor Gary Anderson said he was somewhat taken aback by the sudden news of the DECC's financial distress.
This resolution feels like we're between a rock and a hard place, to put it really simply. The DECC is absolutely cannot fail in our community. The DECC is an important institution. And I will be voting in support of this resolution tonight. Encourage my fellow councilors to do so. And while I will be voting in support of this, I also put a challenge, I think, is really out there to this council, to the administration, and most importantly to the leadership of the DECC, both in the office and on the board. I didn't hear about this, really didn't have any conversation about this.
Hartman made the case for the DECC's importance.
Simply put, we are the largest driver of tourism economic activity in Duluth. In just 7 months, we have serviced over 370,000 folks. To put in perspective, that is nearly 3 times most other attractions at the same timeline. In economic terms, one convention is equal to $4.3 million in economic impact, and we have over 40 scheduled this year. This is a huge thing for Duluth. We have also been rethinking about what the next chapter of the DECC looks and feels like. And I'm proud that over the last couple years, we have been proactive about bringing new community events in the DECC that really haven't been there in the past. For example, you may have saw that Homegrown is now at the DECC. We were meeting with another community group today to see how we can be a more welcoming place for more activities. Next summer, we're having an arena football league. But the great thing about that is it actually comes with some turf. So we might be able to help some youth sports out with some soccer because of that turf that comes along with that. One of the other things that we've really been trying to promote is also the local brands of Duluth. So now we use Duluth Coffee Company. We use Mike and Jen's Coffee. We use Topside for our Bloody Marys even, because we want to show off those local brands. One of the things that's coming down the pipe that I'm also particularly excited about is we want the DECC to be a place of art. Right now, it's not the most colorful place. We hope to change that, and we have so many great local artists in our community, and we have so many empty wall spaces. So it's an easy thing for us to kind of slowly go down that path. Overall, I want the DECC to reflect the vibrancy of this amazing community that we have, and we have just begun to go down that path further, and I'm excited to see that take shape.
As for the decision to grant the requested $1 million credit line, at-large councilor Eric Forsman said he saw little choice. Yet, Forsman also welcomed the DECC's commitment to provide the council with better, more updated information about the state of its finances in the future. Hartman had earlier pointed to several challenges the DECC has faced, including the recent pandemic disruption, the ensuing need to pay higher hourly wages, and the costs of maintaining and repairing an aging 10-venue facility. Laura Mullen, a DECC board and executive committee member, noted that lines of credit are common and useful business tools to help deal with momentary cash flow challenges. But the DECC, as a quasi-governmental organization, cannot turn to a commercial lender. Hartman said it's unclear whether the DECC will actually draw on the $1 million line of credit, but said it will provide a financial safety net if needed. Under the terms of the agreement, the DECC must pay an outstanding balance on its credit line by October 1st, 2024. It also will incur interest on funds it borrows at a 5.25% interest rate. 2 new leaders have been appointed in the Northeastern Minnesota Public Defender's Office. Matthew Benfield and Stephen Heinum will serve as co-managing attorneys in the 6th Judicial District, said Chief Public Defender Dan Liu. Together, the pair will jointly oversee attorneys and support staff at the Duluth Courthouse in southern St. Louis County, along with Carleton, Lake, and Cook counties. Benfield is a 2010 graduate of Hamline University School of Law in St. Paul. Having spent more than a decade in the local public defender's office, he recently completed a DNA boot camp program and is a member of the 6th District's DNA and Forensic Evidence Working Group. Heinum grew up in Madison and moved to Duluth when he was 13, graduating from the University of Minnesota Duluth and also earning his law degree at Hamline. He said he enjoys hunting and fishing on the area's many lakes, though he joked, quote, "I'm not particularly effective at either," end quote. The announcement represents a restructuring and addition to the management team in the 4-county office, after Governor Tim Walz appointed former managing attorney Nicole Hobbs to the Duluth bench in July. Mark Muich, an Iron Range-based managing attorney whose duties previously included Carleton County, will now solely lead efforts at the Hibbing and Virginia courthouses, while Benfield and Heinum are responsible for the remainder of the region. In addition to attorneys, the Public Defender's Office employs a number of support personnel, including investigators, paralegals, legal assistants, and dispositional advisors. Now here's a look at your forecast, brought to you by the News Tribune's Northlandia podcast.
With weather forecast for today, a little patchy morning fog, otherwise mostly cloudy and cool today, with a high temperature in the lower 60s, wind out of the east around 10 to 20. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low in the lower 50s, and then Thursday, mostly cloudy again, with temperatures likely in the mid-60s, wind not so strong out of the southeast around 5 to 10. Moving toward the weekend, Friday will bring a chance of showers, maybe a thunder shower later in the day. Temperatures on Friday warming to near 70. I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist John Wheeler.
Thank you to the Northlandia podcast for their support. The weekly podcast explores curious and unique stories here in the Northland. The latest episode explores the questions evoked by Duluth's Cemetery Labyrinth. You can find that episode now on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you also get this podcast. Reporting for today's episode was done by Peter Passy and Tom Olson. Thank you for listening to Duluth News Tribune Minute. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.